Because Marie had a red thing on last time. Okay, so good evening, folks. It's February 17th, Tuesday. Welcome to this balmy night. I have the minutes from the last meeting, and I would appreciate a motion on those minutes.
Motion to approve.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Okay, so done. We have no department head, committee personnel, no appointments, no public hearing, but we do have new business. And David Waluka will be here to talk on behalf of Waluka Commercial Real Estate. Is that all right? Yeah. Go ahead.
Good evening, Mr. Chairman, members of the board. I'm here on behalf of Raynham Corp. And this is my annual sojourn to renew their earth removal permit. We've been doing this now for almost a decade, Randy, haven't we? Yeah, and you have in your possession already the continuance bond, which I provided last year. That's good till August of 2016, and so we're good for that. And in the past, when you have voted to approve this, has been subject to the analysis of the material. The town sends someone down unannounced, and they give us a few hours' notice. They take a grab sample. We pay for the analysis, and that's been the protocol over the years.
So on this point, Mr. Waluka,
Yes.
I'm going to ask for a motion to approve your permit pending positive testing.
So moved.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
So that part has been approved, Mr.
Thank you,
Waluka.
Mr. Chair.
Okay, go ahead.
I asked Randy if we could talk about the possibility of the town selling some property that abuts that of Raynham Corp. And rather than do big plans, I said something in the letter.
Yep.
Here is blown up just a little bit.
Yep, we see that here. Thank you.
My eyes are all
Thank you.
These are two parcels, as you see at the upper right, in red,
Yep.
town-owned land, and Public Works has used it on and off, and the Susies and Public Works have been working, cooperating there, and they would like to acquire it. They own everything else there now, except for one parcel on Cobb Street, that small parcel on the water. They now own the old Murray Salter property. They own the old garage that's there. They've cleaned that up, and so the only two parcels left that aren't there are those two pieces owned by the town that are essentially landlocked. You need to go over the Susie's property to access it, and the town's been doing that forever. I would hope that the town could look at it, have an appraisal done, and see it as low-value land. If it's not, then it has to go through town meeting process and a bidding process and all of that to sell. But I know if it's under a certain amount of money, the selectmen have the prerogative to simply have an appraisal done and sell it. So I would like to ask the board if they would be willing to pursue this.
Well, I'm going to ask my board members to make comment on this, please, Joe.
Yeah, I'm not opposed to it at all. I've always been of the belief towns, municipalities really shouldn't be owning the amount of land at times this town has owned. We've done a report on this before, and we have quite a bit of town-owned land out there. But with that being said, I do think we have to take a look at it, have Randy do some more inspection of the property, and obviously get an internal valuation of what the property is and go from there. But outside of that, I don't have an initial objection to it, and pending Mrs. Smith's comments, I would motion to take it under advisement.
Okay. Mrs. Smith?
Yeah, I feel the same way. He owns everything all around it. It's a piece of land that really we have no use for in the sense of the property value here. But I would second Joe's motion to take it under advisement at the present time.
Fair. All in favor?
Aye.
We will take that under advisement, Mr.
all I can ask
Waluka, and you'll be hearing further from us. But it sounds like the board is predisposed to be positive on your request.
Thank you very much, Mr. Chairman.
Thank you.
Thank you. Good evening.
Who's that gentleman with you?
That is my grandson.
I see, the heir apparent.
Well, his capabilities are a lot better than mine in other areas, so.
Well, heir sooner than later.
Tech support, you know?
Take care, Mr. Mulligan.
Thank you.
Okay, so, any old business, board?
No.
None? Seeing none, town administrators report.
As soon as I can unearth it. Did I just have it? I just had it, I know. Oh, there you go. Okay. The budget for FY16 is in full swing. Deadline was Friday, with a few departments being given a short reprieve, such as the Highway Department. Finance Committee and I will begin reviewing them. Sometimes toward the end of March, we hope to have a final budget. Much depends on the proposed budget and assessment from our 2 regional schools, which we usually don't get until the middle of March. And there's another smaller issue, and that's that 2016 is a leap year, meaning an extra day of salaries and wages. So all those things enter into the equation. Upcoming next Selectmen's meeting, Joshua O'Brien, the new police officer, and that's a ceremonial swearing in. Department head meeting this Thursday at 10 a.m. Southeastern Regional Services Group. We're meeting with our new regional director on Monday, February 23rd, and Southeastern Mass Health Group the Board of Directors meets next Wednesday at 9 a.m. in North Attleboro.
Okay, thank you, Randy.
Okay.
Any questions of Randy's report? None? Okay. Hearing none. Selectmen's report. Mr. Pacheco? None? Ms. Smith? Okay. Correspondence? Okay. So in correspondence, we have here a letter from Karen Riley, who's the Executive Director of the Raynham Housing Authority, and she writes us to advise us that there will be a vacancy on the board. I think this is with upcoming elections, and she's asking that if anyone is interested in running, to let her know at the Raynham Housing Authority. Any comments or questions, board?
I thought she had a couple of people the last time. She had, what, 3 people that wanted to be on?
For appointments, yeah.
For
but
appointments.
Whether or not they want to run or not, that's always been the question.
Yeah. Yeah, they were appointments in between elections, so they to serve
Right.
until the next election.
Right.
So the question is, do they want to run? I think the point's well taken. But, so, if anybody that is interested in running for a position on the board, please contact Karen Riley. Any other comment?
No.
No, sir.
The Northeast Race Management, the 4th annual 5 miles home race. When, believe it or not, geez, we're looking at winter again, November 8th, 2015.
God.
These people have got their strategic plan in place, huh? So we do have this request. They have done this in the past, and I would ask for a motion to approve this pending the chief's input.
Motion to approve.
Second.
Okay, all in favor?
Aye.
Okay. Now we have a letter, and I know I'm going to mess up the name, and it's Karen, the Lieutenant Governor,
Polito.
and I'm a Republican, and I can't pronounce
You
it.
can't pronounce Polito?
Don't write that down.
Oh, my God.
So, well, you know, the I doesn't sound like an E to me, but that's phonetic. As the Baker-Polito Administration Liaison to local officials, I'm excited to write to you about some early actions our administration has taken to support municipalities and local officials. On our first day in office, we released $100 million in Chapter 90 funds for a total $300 million in annual commitment to local roads and bridges. Second, Governor Baker signed his first executive order creating a community compact cabinet during the Massachusetts Municipal Association's annual meeting. Third, the Baker-Polito administration elevated the Division of Local Services within the Department of Revenue, and we're thrilled that our colleague, Brookline Town Administrator Sean Cronin, has agreed to become Senior Deputy Commissioner for the Division of Local Services. To hear directly from local leaders, I've already started a statewide tour to meet with municipal officials, and I hope to be able to connect with you soon. and that letter was dated February 9th. Any comments, Board?
No, we certainly would welcome any visit that we could get from the governor's office. It'd be a first.
Well,
Well,
Tim Murray did come a couple
Tim
years ago.
Murray came, he came,
Yes.
yes.
And that didn't help?
No.
No, but it's a new
Boy,
administration.
$100 million would really do us well.
Yeah.
Yeah, right.
Okay, tag days from Christine Gonham, writing to get a tagging permit for Easton Little League Baseball, May 29th and 31st, and June 19th.
Motion to approve.
Second?
All in favor?
Aye.
Tag days, please reserve Saturday, April 25th for candy sales for the Pan Mass Challenge. We are team spokesmen, Miles and Mary, thank you. So this would be for the Pan Mass Challenge. Any further comment on that? I'm not familiar with it, but,
No, I have no issues.
As long as the dates are fine with Randy.
okay. A motion?
Yeah, so moved.
Second?
Okay, all in favor? Aye.
Aye.
Let's see, what do I have here? As we just spoke on my phone, my name is Alitza Utane, and I am one of the Taunton High School cheerleading coaches, and I'm looking to possibly get a tagging permit for this summer, the weekend, July 17th, 18th, and 19th. And that's it?
So moved.
Second?
All in favor?
Aye.
Okay. Press time. Mark?
Just one thing I wanted to go over. I didn't quite understand. What was the message from the new administration? They're going to send a liaison down to speak to the town, or what was the deal?
Yes.
Well, not directly with the town. They're going on a tour, so they may or may not come here.
Right. It's,
They didn't schedule a visit?
no. This is kind of a general statement that they're out there, the way I read it.
Touring.
Yep, they're out there looking, and we're hoping that we can participate in that process, but that hasn't been vetted yet.
Yeah, I think, and Mrs. Smith, please add in at any point, but I think in the last 50 years, Mark, there's been Governor King in the 80s, and then Lieutenant Governor Murray, I want to say in 2010 or 2011. So we don't often get the
I forgot about Tim.
Yes.
That's why I said, well,
so I'm not holding my breath.
So fifth time could be a charm.
could be. And if it's so, we would welcome them.
Absolutely. And I'll try to remember how to pronounce her name. Okay, so any emergency business?
None, sir.
None.
Okay. No citizen and community input. May I have a motion to adjourn?
Motion.
Before you make that motion,
Yes, please.
I'd like to say that I think our roads have been handled very
Thank you.
well,
Well put.
very well.
Do you notice these guys shoveling
Yes.
on the roof here? Anything you can tell me about the town buildings in terms of how they're doing with the snow?
Did you walk through the front door?
Yeah.
All are doing well except for this. It's structurally sound.
Oh, yeah.
It's a cosmetic issue with one of our gutters that's caused.
It's caused an ice backup, which ends up leaking inside instead of
Yes.
outside. So they're trying now to
Oh, yeah.
take that and break it
Yeah,
off.
there's a heavy leak.
So two things to that, to add to my colleagues. One is we're probably the only organization or facility in the Commonwealth with a water dam, I would think. And the second thing, I would like to call out the fact that our fire department, under the direction of our chief, Jim Janos, have done some outstanding work on this particular thing, and I think on behalf of the board, I would like to publicly thank them for all the work they're doing on this particular issue. So I would do that.
And also, on that note, Mr. Chairman, our town clerk's husband, Gary, we were here last Monday, he and I, along with Masha, and Gary went up on the ladder and put up some of the buckets that are there. So
Really?
Gary deserves kudos as well.
Yeah, either that or we should elevate him to the fire department.
Yeah.
You said it was a cosmetic issue, so there's no permanent damage?
Oh, there's going to be damage, but in terms of the structure's intact. The roof's not going to collapse. The walls aren't going to cave in. So I'm talking about it in the sense that, you know, the town's not going to be looking at $1 million rehab project.
Or a safety issue other
Correct.
than,
No,
Yeah.
no.
we have, you know, they're going to have to correct the leaking, and I'm sure they're going to have to replace some of the.
Yeah, you'll have to
Some of
redo
the
some
tiles are-
sheetrocking and
Yeah.
insulation, but again, the structure is fine.
Anything else, Mark?
That'll do it.
Okay, Mark, thank you. And we did have a motion to adjourn.
Motion to
Second?
adjourn,
All-
one brief exec following and no other business thereafter.
Okay. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye, so done. Good evening, folks, and let's pray for less snow, huh? Okay, thank you.